Okay. All right, just do a little bit of a mic check here. Ichigo. Hey, Ichigo. Welcome, welcome.
Daddy.
I'm just gonna go ahead.
He was like, I need to be here. I was like, where are you?
Yeah, waiting room, and then I pull everybody in. I'm just adjusting volumes right now. There we go. And of course, the window capture. There we go.
No cameras, right?
No, 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 you don't. Please don't believe that.
Okay, better not, because
Yeah, no, don't. These guys are fucking trolls.
it's okay.
All right, so as soon as everybody gets here, well, we can go ahead and start it. Um, just so happens that we have Guild Hunt right after. Okay.
You have Guild Hunt right now? It's theme party.
Yeah, we're doing it real quick, and then we're gonna head to theme party. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull in Tigu, and also we have Jolly Bitch from Ghost Ring. What's going on, Jolly? I'm not gonna call you the other one because I know that'll trigger you. Somebody might, but not me.
Chili Bee!
Get it right.
Chili Bee!
Oh my gosh. Hi guys.
Well, no. Jolly, how's it going, man? Was WoE fun this week?
Yeah, it was fun. Um, it was it was really grouped up today, more than usual. So it's pretty interesting.
Nice. So we're gonna go ahead. I think we can go ahead and skip Deviling because from what I heard, we ended up two-manning Bread Society. I don't know. Uh, seems kind of sus. They called Dynasty a dead guild and they died the next day after, and we're still alive and kicking. So I don't know, man. Karma? I don't know. Um, let's see. Levels are good. Jolly, I'm just gonna increase your volume here. There you go. Tigu, you as well.
Hey, Fatty.
Yeah.
Can I know nothing about all the other servers. Can there be like a history of type thing? Like what
Oh.
all the merges and all the drama?
Oh. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll have that later. That's gonna be that's gonna be a lot to unpack. There's a lot of things that have happened.
That's like a whole telenovela series and a half.
Yeah, yeah. It might be a season one, season two, and Aaron, welcome to the podcast as well. Um, but yeah, I think we can skip deviling this week since there was not a lot happening. We'll save the best for last right now, which is I think the most exciting for the past like week or two. I think um has been angeling. So we'll save them for last, and let me just do the announcements here. After. All right. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just waiting for Stash. Welcome, Vanetti. All right. So, if anything, we should probably start with you guys at Ghostring, right, Jolly or Vanetti? So how was WoE this week for you guys? You said like there was a lot more grouping than usual. I'm guessing that means like a lot more organization. Oh, Serena is here as well. So let me just welcome Serena.
Serena! Yay!
Hello.
Yes, Serena. So we were actually trying to tackle Ghostring's end of the of War of Imperium for this week. So Jolly said that, Jolly, you're muted, by the way. I don't know if you were trying to talk. Yeah. So
my.
yeah. So it was you guys were really grouped up, is what you were saying. So I'm guessing that means like you guys were way more organized this time around. Or is that supposed to mean something else?
Well, from my perspective, it was just like a sausage fest. Like everyone was in like
Oh
one
god.
castle.
Oh
So
god.
I don't know if organized is the right word, but yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Hey, Fatty, I'm gonna raid you, dude. I'm too hungover for this.
Oh my god, man, alright. Nina said Jolly has a sexy voice. Wow, okay.
What the fuck?
Is that Jolly Bitch? I'm a fucking fan, Jolly Bitch. Everybody in fucking Panda loves you, bro.
Guys, by the way, this is Secretly Stash, my co-host, and fellow Deviling member. Also, Dina says, I'm a Tigo simp. Oh, okay. Tigo got fans.
Oh, damn. Tigo got that pull game.
Alright, so, yeah, what do you mean by, like, Sausage Fest is just basically all the guilds going into one castle. Which castle was this?
It was actually Harmony's castle today. Yeah.
You guys got tapped.
Hey.
Yay! Yeah, we got tapped
Plenty of times. Probably the first time I think we were the big target and tapped constantly, but it was super fun.
It was really fun.
Wow. Alright, so going forward, it's like you guys, how are you guys like thinking of like tackling like that issue? Like it's hard to not get tapped sometimes, right? Like if a Synnex just knows what they're doing, they're geared enough to do it. It's really tough. So how are you guys trying to kind of stop that from happening? Is it gonna be like a frontline setup in your main defense, or is it gonna be more like an Imperium room setup where you just catch them out when they least expect it?
Well, in full transparency, me and Eddie are now like the new leaders of Harmony. So we're
we have
still,
new
like, figuring
leadership.
out, like,
Haru moved over to Nino Kuni.
Oh my god.
our former leader.
So we're
Our
new
former leader.
leadership now. So I went from like regular officer to vice, and Serena went to like leader. So it's our first hard week with our new leadership. So
Yeah, I'm a leader too. I'm on the bench, just cheering from the sideline.
Jolly Belt is actually in guild, but
yeah.
today we pretty much we were just trying to keep everyone back even in front of our wind wall.
Stash and Nova,
we have
thank you
the
for the subs, brothers.
Isnerf Castle and Geffen. And then just trying to keep some monks in our Emp room to get any stragglers. That was really all we were trying to do. And we even had like Hayden from Guild who tapped our Emp a few times too, not even just like.
Oh yeah, Hayden was on our ass, dude.
Oh my god. Nina Hayden, the man who didn't want the responsibility but got in anyway. I love that guy, man.
He loved every second of
Welcome
it.
to the stream, guys. Appreciate you.
It's fun. We really
Brett Garth,
appreciate it.
thank
We
you for the
got
prime.
attacked by
Appreciate you,
both
brother.
the other top guilds. We have two other top guilds, which are Guild and Pandora in our server. And so they both came and attacked us, and it was really fun. So it was definitely different from the woes we've had, like, last 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's good.
yeah, we appreciated it.
Yeah, that's really good. It's I mean, you guys have been pretty much like top dogs for a very long time now, and props to you guys. That longevity while being on top like that is like hard to maintain, but you guys have managed to do it. This time around though, it's like it's good to see that like the smaller guilds, I guess not smaller by a lot. It's pretty relative, I guess. But the fact that they're actually like going on the offense against you guys, that's something that you like to see, right? It's like
Yeah,
it's
I wouldn't
not.
even say they're smaller than us. They're especially Guild. Pandora is amazing. Don't get us wrong, but Guild is who we're most scared of in like GVG.
Mhm.
What the heck? Wait.
They're both equally as scary, but in GVG, Guild is who are like, oh fuck, again, Guild.
What
But,
do you mean you're scared of us? We're like puppies compared to everyone else.
What are you
Liar.
We all
Anyone
like
who has
all
seen
three
Jolly
teams.
in Dimensions know
all
that's
of
not
us.
true.
Yeah, all of us are like, oh my god, like I hope we don't get Wilson. I hope we don't get Arwen. Just please, no, just please. So we feel very lucky we don't go up against Wilson or Arwen.
Yeah.
And even when we don't go up against them, it's still like a really hard fight.
Yeah.
So like last week for GVG, we got a good lineup, so we won. But it's always a toss
Tough
up.
fight. Yeah.
Just depends on the
Depends on the
lineup.
day. Yeah. All right, that's
Mhm.
good. That's good. And
Yeah,
I mean, keeping it
so
on
it
your
was
toes, it's really good. It's a lot more fun than like the general like, oh, if you go up against this team, you're just gonna lose, right? That's always a nice thing to see. It's always healthy that way. And by the way, Mike, welcome Dollar from Deviling as well. He just got to the podcast. I know this man is,
Dollar bill, y'all.
preparing right now, but he still managed to come.
I'm from Deviling.
Oh my god, Dollar. I feel starstruck right now.
Dollar from Deviling. I mean, no, I don't think you need to introduce yourself. You got
Autograph?
fans and asking for autographs. So
He's packing for Paris right now.
but yeah.
Oh wow.
So with that said, it's just seeing the landscape in Ghosting. It's a lot. I feel like from where we first started when you guys came onto the podcast, like right now, I feel like it's a lot healthier now. I feel like it's a lot. You guys have really worked it out a lot on your server, and just kind of like make sure that you guys have this healthy competition. I know before where like if Harmony attacked, people would complain, right? They would see it as like something offensive almost, like when you guys would attack them.
Yeah.
But now,
Definitely.
yeah, now it's like they're attacking you. So it's
Now
like,
we get attacked.
yeah.
So,
Yeah. So I mean that's
Yeah, it
always
was
good
fun.
to see. And the fact that you guys are like seeing that as like as fun, because like, if they took offense to it before, in the same breath you guys could always take offense to it as well, right? Like I feel like if you guys did that, that would be fair, right? But you guys didn't.
Sure.
You guys took it as like something that's like fun, that's something that's healthy for the server, and it's good to see. That's how you maintain like a server's health, right? You have other guilds out there sometimes that are just like toxic, calling like, it's like imagine if like Harmony started calling when other guilds were falling, then Harmony just called other guilds like dead guilds, and then you guys died the day after, right? It's
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know. That's just because sure there might be, but in all servers,
yeah,
I feel like all servers are dying right now, unfortunately. So it's nice that like it wasn't just perfect defense for everyone this time. It was fun. So
all right. So yeah. For the most part, were there anything else besides like the you guys like starting to do your best to like to prevent these like emp taps? If you guys want, we could also like discuss that after the After-WoE podcast. If you guys have like VODs right now, or VODs like for the next week, we could discuss it then as well. We can kind of like see, how you can improve your defenses when it comes to that. If you want any ideas, you want our insight on that one, feel free. But besides the taps, the emp taps that made it really hard to prevent, what else? Anything else stood out on their offense?
I've been seeing a lot of Tank Smith lately.
Tank Smith. Oh, the Tank Smith
Tank
meta.
Smith is
Oh
better.
my
Oh, no.
god, man! Level 100 plus.
It's coming up, man. I've actually seen a few tanky little kits around there, and they
Are
won't die
you-
anymore.
Are you going? Are you following this meta, Jolly?
Jolly's the one who started it, bro.
He is
Oh,
the meta.
I am the meta. I'm kidding, but no.
Yeah, 100
No, but
plus,
like,
man. We saw it coming.
oh,
It was gonna happen eventually. It was inevitable, but
Yeah, we expected. I thought one day both Pandora and Guild would attack us, but yeah, it was exciting. And Jolly is one of the best players on our server, so
Mastering
it
on the
was
come
very
up.
scary to have
Mastering
him.
is always welcome
yo,
here.
you guys have to like stop
D-Night,
hyping
what's
me
your
up, man.
shampoo?
Like, you
Anything
can't see me
with
right now, but I'm red
biotin?
as a tomato. Like we gotta talk
Oh,
about
I
this
know
later.
you are.
It's not
That's why I'm
sunburn.
so lucky he's on my Dimensions team.
Oh, hey.
Nah, she's the
Yeah.
carry.
No,
She just throws me in front, like go dog attack.
I don't
Yeah.
throw you. You run forward, no stopping.
Yeah,
Alright,
one day I'll
so-
be close friends enough with Jolly to say like, "Hey, stop attacking us, please! Yay,
Wait, no. Okay,
we're
okay,
good."
So
When Jolly
there
sees
in
me and
peace.
sorry.
yeah. So when it comes to like these like tank smiths, right? It's like, what's the main issue that you guys have faced when like coming up against them? Is it like are they doing this? Are they doing the whole like jump into your stack, die, get res, invulnerability, and then into rosary, and then like keep bashing your stack, like type of like strat?
No, well, for me personally, it's the suicide bomber, like monks. They literally just come at me, punch me, and then they're like, "Okay, mission completed," and then you just run away. I'm just kind of like, "Oh man!"
Oh my god!
Like
when you're a
like,
household
it's
name in the server.
it's kind of hard because I can't play the game sometimes. Like there's like a few monks out there like Shamu and EJ, like they'd come in, they'll fucking punch me and then run away, and I'm just like, oh, I guess I don't play the game again today.
You just don't get to play.
Yeah, I don't get to play the
Oh
game
man.
sometimes.
But yeah, I mean that's the thing too, right? It's you know, on when it comes to like your perspective, like you're tanky, so really the only like best way to deal with you is just Asura you, right? So yeah, I mean that's just the plan.
Even
so
then, I've seen him tank plenty of his
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Even
think
then, when we build those walls up, sometimes it's hard.
Yeah,
with,
as a tanksmith, it's like if somebody has the gall, especially if you're like a geared tanksmith, if somebody has the gall to try to Asura you with like less than optimal like SP, chances are you're probably gonna survive it.
I mean, yeah, I have a decent chance, but it's never comfortable. Like until I get that ghost ring card, it's never. I'm never gonna enjoy seeing a monk. It's always gonna be the bane of my existence for the rest of the year.
And I'll give a shout out to Hayden. This WoE, he got past us so many times. He was like real MVP against us. He fucked with us a lot. So good job, Hayden.
All right.
I'm very confused how we got.
Oh, that's the LK, huh? Aiden the LK. Oh my.
No, he's the next Pally.
Oh, sorry.
Paladin.
Paladin. Holy, yeah. We actually had one of our whale LKs go to Paladin now, and he's really tanky.
Freedom.
He can take a whole. Yeah, Freedom can take a whole guild, but it's actually nuts.
God, dude.
We'll put Zoe in here as well. He's out camping, but still managed to make it. But yeah. But just real quick, like we didn't really discuss deviling because I heard that we had like a really boring war. But Dollar or Stashed or Zoe, if you guys were
there. It was actually really fun because Zoe wasn't there today.
Yeah.
You know what? I was gonna say. You know what? I was gonna say it was really sad because Dollar is not here with us today. We ended up having a meetup and all the leadership.
We had a meetup, so we were missing like 20 people, but we still had fun.
Only Dollar plays. Only Dollar, like the flake guy.
He played. My god! Again. So what's this I've been hearing? It's like somebody two-man bread. Is that what happened there?
We split into two groups and we just went to different castles, and just fought whoever we saw. And then WoE ended, and it was actually pretty fun because we split into two groups. That was it.
Sounds like my typical WoE. I like that.
All right, so that's fun. It's just like spreading it out and getting offenses because I know like I'm pretty sure like Lumina likes the thing about Lumina too is Lumina likes to fight. You know I've talked about it with NAF, their GM. They just want fights. They just want to attack. They just want to get attacked, which is like really good. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened in Deviling, right? It's like not a lot. It's just like the regular action. Right now, I think Deviling just the past weeks, besides last week, I think, to get so much action that we're just kind of used to it in general. And that's why right now we're just prepping for like cross server WoE whenever that happens. But yeah,
God, that'll be amazing. That's
yeah.
what I was saying during WoE. Like, once we eventually, hopefully, have some cross server or merge server WoE, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Scary.
I want to play with dollar and only with dollar. Thank you. If we ever come to that.
Well, what if
I don't know how it's gonna be. They said it's gonna be like you also have to queue with your guild or something. So it's weird.
Like
yeah, and then you don't.
amount?
Yeah, they said like you queue and like there might only be like 4 guilds on one map, and it's weird. It's different. Like imagine Dimensions, but it's like 4 groups of 50 people or something queue together, and then you get matched against.
Is there like is there crystals around there that you gotta capture on the MVP spawning?
I have no clue how it's gonna be. But
what the fuck? That sounds
it's like walk. How was this guy walk? I'm gonna head out, but GG guys.
So have fun at the
Melee,
river.
Free us from the melee inflation. Hashtag
Milliflation. Hashtag milliflation.
Milliflation.
Which I got banned for, by the way. Holy.
Oh, get banned.
I think you should tell Ori Patty. Like,
dude, I'm
reveal
so mad
the
about that,
secrets
too.
on Discord. Alright, apologies. We'll be listening in. Bye.
Alright.
I got banned for fucking Jollibee promotions. How do you fix that?
I got banned for Millie.
All right, but anyway, moving on. We discussed Deviling, we discussed Ghost Ring, but from what I've heard, a lot of action went down in Angeling today. I saw screenshots. People getting like 600 something kills, 700 something kills, something like that. Right now we have representatives from Angeling. They're actually the other side of the discussion from last time. I know last time we heard only on the one side, which is from like the Zenith side, and the other top
Reader?
2, 3,
Yeah,
4,
Reader?
Reader, and the other guilds from Angeling. But now the current GM of MIC, Tigu, and the officers Neru and also Ichigo have actually come here to kind of like, number one, talk to us about like how their war went and like how their war how their war was and what they're looking to improve going forward. But also at the same time, they're also here to kind of hash it out. Because at the end of the day, it's gonna be like, I mean, the same thing that happened before with like Ghost Ring, right? It's like people were at each other's throats, and at the end of it, everybody was just like, shooting the shit and just like talking it out. And really, just like at the end of the day, people realize that like it's you have one server. If you're being too toxic to people in your server, and you kill your server, it's it's never a good thing, right? It's like it'll just drain out the fun that you had in there. But yeah, Tigu, if you want to take the floor, kind of like tell us how your war went.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks so much, Fatty, for inviting us onto your podcast. It's been pretty cool to be a part of your community, and you guys are really awesome and like very engaged. So it's been fun so far. A bunch of people from our guild has joined, and I think we're all enjoying it. So that's great. Just to introduce myself, I play a whitesmith, and Ichigo is a priest, and so is Neru, and they are the officers in MIC, and all 3 of us were present tonight, and we had a lot of fun. It was definitely a very exciting, very sweaty WoE. So I'm still a little bit like tired from that.
Yeah. With kill counts like that, it's it was bound to be an intense WoE.
Yeah, but I'm so happy with the result that we got. We didn't have a castle last week, so our goal this week was just to give it our all, have maximum attendance, have a good strategy, and get a castle. And that's what we did. It took the whole hour, and there were actually points where I really thought that our attack wasn't going to make it. We got pushed back. We had to respawn multiple times, but in the end, we got the castle. And then we also successfully defended like 150 people coming after us. So I'm super proud of the build.
150.
That explains the 600 plus kill scores that I saw. I'm like, yeah, right. It's
yeah,
like
it was crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
it was like a sea of red.
Yeah, you don't get I mean, you don't get kill counts like that with anything less than 100, 150, right? So it's yeah, that makes Jesus that. So I mean,
I want to see that. I want to see. You guys put screenshots of that or?
Yeah,
I have it all recorded.
Oh,
hey!
Nice. Okay.
I'm so sweaty from this because it was my first WoE ever as a DPS. I'm usually FS priest, so I've never DPS in like the front lines before.
And
this is my first experience of that.
Nice. And Devout Kilo actually did also from Angeling, by the way, from MIC, recorded as well. So Nero, the thing is, like, you say that it's your first time as DPS, so have you always been full support before? How did you manage to pull 620? 600,
yeah, 620 kills. I usually do go ME on like MVP bosses. So that's my full experience as a DPS. Okay. But I've never PvP'd as a ME priest before.
And yet here you are. It's like I mean, it looks like to me you're just like a natural at this. If you manage to get like that many kills.
You don't know how fast my heart was beating out of my chest. I was like, oh my god, my hands were shaking and everything.
Yeah. So how did this offense? Because like from like, correct me if I'm wrong, but like from my experience, based on what we were told before by Zenith and the gang, it's that every time you go into a castle, you guys get like pincered pretty much. Right? You guys get ganged up on, all that. They work together to mainly because of like certain issues from the past that we can tackle earlier if you guys want. If not, that's fine as well. But you guys were definitely like versing with 150. I highly doubt that's just one guild. That's probably like multiple guilds coming at you. So like, besides the defense that you guys saw, seeing as you guys got a castle, the offense alone should be pretty hard, right? Because you guys were attacking a castle. Obviously, chances are like one of their allies, and you guys probably got hit from behind a lot, or pincered or whatever. Like, how did you guys manage that? What was your game plan going in? And how was that on your perspective as like, for Tigu, Ichigo, and Neru? Like, how was that from you guys' perspective?
Yeah, so we kind of expected in the past, and how we lost our original castle, Fade Green, was that our enemies had planned their attack really, really well, where there would be 3 guilds, and they would each come to us and attack us from a different side. And so all 3 were very coordinated because they were communicating amongst themselves. And so eventually we lost our castle due to that. But our strategy today was to try and take a castle as quickly as we can, to prevent this from happening, so that the optimal scenario would be that we were just up against one guild, and ideally we would be able to break past their choke point before reinforcements could arrive. We unfortunately didn't have that happen because somehow the other guilds knew which castle we were planning to attack. So when we showed up at 7 o'clock, they were already there. So we did our best. There was another guild as a part of this 3 guild alliance that was being attacked by someone else. So we were pretty lucky in that they were held off. So we were really only up against 2 guilds. So, I think we did a good push. We moved as a team. They definitely had a lot of manpower against us, but we were able to break through the defense and get through that wind tunnel at Burger, and yeah, that's what happened.
Nice. I mean, and wind tunnel is generally touted as like the hardest place to break through, just because of like the pushback that you get. But you guys managed, not only did you guys like manage to push through that while going up against 2 guilds, which is really solid. So what's different now? What's the difference between like the planning now that you guys have compared to like how you guys were before? It's just like moving forward. It's like what do you guys kind of like plan, especially like right now? So obviously, despite other people knowing your plans, it's like you managed to get past. I managed to take the castle, and eventually, apparently, guys managed to defend it as well. So it's like, I know that how hard that can be, especially if you're taking the castle and then you're rushing all the way back, making sure that all the crystals have been repaired, and setting up your defense right away. So you guys did pretty well to be able to do that then, because like I think without the wind tunnel, going up against 150 people, that's nuts. It's really hard to go to defend against that anywhere else. So going forward, what do you guys plan on doing when it comes to defending from this point forward?
Yeah, so one of the reasons why we chose to go after this castle was because we knew that going forward, even if we managed to get a castle, we would probably be up against the same 3-guild alliance, and they would outnumber us. Mm-hmm. So this castle made a lot of sense because there would be, just basically one choke point to defend against all 3 guilds instead of multiple, where we would have to split up our troops and kind of fight from both sides, which is the case as in Fade Green. So hopefully we will be able to hold this castle. And we were actually allies with 3 smaller guilds on the server. And so they're currently holding another castle as well. And so I really hope going forward we can also help them keep their castle. So ideally have 2 castles.
Nice. And so like with that plan, I'm guessing that you guys probably have a plan to try to do that going forward, like maybe like a flex team that can either help you guys defend, and when need be kind of like go over to assist like your allies or whatever. And speaking of which, by the way, like which guilds are these that have the castle at the moment?
So I believe this week it's Milk. They have the castle for the week, and then the other 2 are Sweets and Playing at Work.
Sweets and Playing at Work. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So right now, let's see. And actually, speaking of which, like I believe the GM of Milk is actually in here. Tito, what's going on? Tito. I've known him since before the game started. From the Milk community, which I branched off of, but we still maintain like good relations with the people on there. Really cool people, mind you. So yeah, I'm guessing that's gonna be your plan going forward, right? Just having like that flex team, like as long as you guys are not getting battered constantly by like 150 people, it's like then you can actually afford to send over your flex team to help out, and just kind of get that assistance from I guess like do the same thing that was done to you guys right now. If like somebody attacks them, your flex team can just like flank them from behind, and with a small team you can be a lot more mobile, so it's easy to outmaneuver like a lot of these guilds with just like proper movement.
Yeah, that's the plan. Up until a few weeks ago, the same 4 guilds were holding the castles. Since WoE started, so it's kind of exciting to see castles start changing and original guilds lose their castles, but getting a different castle, and hopefully things will be a little bit more exciting. I don't know, like I don't know if going forward maybe different guilds will build their own alliances, and I think that would be more fun than what's been happening recently. So we'll see.
Oh yeah. Also is like from what I've noticed, it's I looked, and currently like the top guilds that have been holding castles have been holding like the other 3. I feel like just having that like one castle like off to the side for like smaller guilds to kind of like try to learn as well without like having to get stomped by like a bigger guild would be like a really good experience for them. So if I guess if like like Zenith, MIC, what's the other Synergy, I believe the other guild was, and Kaizoku.
Synergy and Kaizoku.
Yeah. If those guys can actually agree to leave alone that like one castle for like smaller guilds to actually practice and like enjoy WoE, I feel like that would actually be really healthy for your server as well. And that way like you guys can have like, obviously you guys can afford to have these like crazy 150 versus however much you brought into WoE kind of like fights. So Yeah, Angeling's looking pretty popping right now. It's like for the first time, it's like I'm actually jealous. I wish that like Deviling kind of have had the same like intensity as you guys got. Like 620 kills. That's nuts.
Yeah, it was definitely a fun one. You're welcome to join us anytime. Make a character, hop on over, make sure to join MIC.
Yeah,
we'd love to have you.
Damn, she shot her shot so fast.
That's I mean that's good, right? It's like thing is like right now with the current state of the servers right now, it's like I'm about 100% sure that every server's guilds has like these kind of like inactive accounts pretty much. Which like honestly I could probably go to Ghostring or Angeling or Pouring and like there would be an account for me probably if I just want to WoE like in another server, which is actually really good because it's like it's kind of like cross server in a way. It's like with limited like slots when you think about it. Like I could and Nova is saying go to mastering server. They're trying to trade me for a Big Mac. Okay, buddy. But yeah, we could actually do that. It's like, for example, let's say like me and Stash talked a lot of shit about like Ghostring, right? It's like, yeah, Ghostring sucks, bro. Like we can own them with +10s.
Wait.
Or something like that, right? Like just as an example, we could say that, and then somebody from like Ghostring would be like, oh yeah, well we got accounts with +15s. So if you can't, like, so you can come over. If you can't do it with a +15 account, then your claim of doing it with a +10 is just complete bullshit, right? So like, if you're able to do that and you're just able to make that work, I feel like that would be crazy, honestly. It's cross server in a way, and it's like if you want a fresh perspective, it's like you're just like, okay, I want to WoE in this server, kind of like look at their meta, kind of look at like how they want to fight, and kind of like figure out like oh, it's they do this differently than us, like this certain thing. It's like, oh, but what if we try this in our server as well? It's like, it's like if you want to do that to other servers and you just kind of want to learn like how they do it in other servers, I feel like that would be really really, really nice actually. It's just like kind of like it's like being a transfer student, right? It's like celebrity guest role, somebody said.
It's always fun to like learn from like other servers too. Sorry about that. Go for it.
Oh no, I was gonna say like Ghostring is probably the worst server to learn how to play in WoE because other than like the first few weeks, we've just been doing what we wanted for the most part. There's no really any, at least from my perspective, any type of strategy. It's just pretty much like
steamroll.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So let's say like How many did Harmony have this time around, Jolly? And how much did you guys? How much estimate? Like how much did you guys go up against?
We honestly had 17 signups or so, and maybe 30 in all.
And you still defended against like a bunch of people. Holy, that's.
We did a good job. Serena's a great leader. We both did shot calling. It was scary to be honest. But...
She was yelling at me. I'm not even in the group.
I mean, I was pretty close to begging in near chat, but I didn't get there.
Hey, it's starting to sound a lot more confident. Shot calling too, Vanetti. So it's just kind of hear it. Yeah,
that's because my guildmates keep talking me up. So.
Yeah, I mean, for good reason, right? Like, I'm pretty sure, like, if you sucked, you'd probably hear like a lot of grumbling. But even if they're just like trying to be standoffish about it, but I mean, if you're doing a good job, you're doing a good job. You did what you did with like the amount of people that you had, and I feel like that's an achievement. I don't think you should downplay that at all.
Well, thank you. I was actually happy this week because, shot calling for perfect defense when no one is attacking you is one thing, but shot calling is another thing, and I feel like I had enough wine to do it. So,
and just also as a follow-up question, like what brought you to start shot calling on this at this time around? Is it like is it something that you've always wanted to try, or is it something that you was like, hey, nobody's gonna do this, your lead, you're gonna have to do this now?
So Yeah, I mean, I guess I used to date Aphelion, who was our shot caller, and he was great. And so he kind of just gave me a lot of pointers, and I just kind of did what he did. He's just kind of going through a lot, so he's not really present anymore. But I kind of just try to do what he did. So he was such a great shot caller that it kind of like rubbed off on me, I guess.
Also, just to piggyback off of that, when I became leader, I knew that shot calling was not my strong suit. So I kind of, knowing that it would be more of Nettie's strength, I kind of was like, please do this. Please. Because I'm more of an attacker. I prefer to be on the battlefield in everyone's castles. So I'm really happy that she's doing such a good job, that she was really ready for the task. So bless her heart.
Thank you. I'm pretty shy, so I'm surprised that I have been able to do anything at all, but it's been great.
Oh my god, I'm gonna call by the Dota team. Ginto actually. He said Patty last Dota.
Ginto with the freaking bit, bro!
Not like this, man. After, okay, after. I promise.
In-house, get it ready, Ginto. Get it ready, bro.
That's also one thing that we do in Deviling, by the way. It's like we just gather people from other guilds and we all play Dota. And sometimes sometimes we carry, sometimes we feed. Yeah. The other thing too now is that I believe who was the shot caller this time around for MIC? I think Remix, right? Remix, was it Remix? Yeah, it was Remix. Is this what I'm getting here? So it was Remix. I wonder, it's like Remix going forward. It's and I'm sure that you guys discussed with this as well with leadership at Tigu. But how has that been going? It's like what's I feel like before, when Zenith came in here, from what we were told, it's that MIC was just this I mean, you probably saw it too in the chat, right? In this Discord, it said like MIC is a guild full of whales with no sense of like direction, no organization. So if they can't bum rush somebody, they just can't win, right? But I mean, facing 150 people, if you don't have any type of organization, there's no way in hell that you're able to defend against that. And it's like you could say that might be exaggerated, but like 600 something kills, there's no way. That's just numerical proof right there at that point. Like there's no way that you can exaggerate that, right? So it's like what kind of like steps did you take going forward, as like seeing as that you're the new GM of MIC, like what steps did you Nehru, Ichigo, Remix, what steps did you guys take to kind of like go in this like what seems to be and what looks like a lot better direction?
Yeah, so Remix has been shot calling and leading our WoE for the past while, and he's been doing a great job. I don't think he's had a Sunday off since last week for a while. He's been hard at work, working for free. So we're really grateful to him. And then before Remix, we had Ewan, who was the previous GM of MIC, and he also put in a lot of hard work. And so we had both of them. And I definitely am new to all of this, and definitely leaning on Remix, and then also our other members too. So we have another member, Blankets, who's been doing a really great job with planning for WoE, and then a lot of other people in MIC who step up and take a leadership position. So we did plan on what we would do once we got the castle today. Obviously, that was our best case scenario, but we knew we would have to hold off on defense as well. So I think once we broke the EMP and we saw that we were, it was going to be a possibility that we were getting this castle, everyone's focus was just shifted to how to fend off these three guilds. And we saw that one of the other big guilds, Synergy, they got a perfect defense on their castle. So we knew that they would be shortly incoming. And I think we were just, it's been many weeks of us fighting off these guilds when we were back at Fade Green. So we do have some experience with just the sheer number of players that they have, and then also who the prominent players are and kind of who would pose the biggest threat. So once they all started coming, I think we just reverted back to our old strategy of just fending them off, killing the whales quickly, getting our monks to, take out the high priority targets, and then just hope for the best after that.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And
hearing you use those terminologies too.
You guys have those PDFs too. Those are cool. Really helps the new player.
The PDFs are awesome. I love them. Yeah, they were so good. I don't care what anyone else says. They were really good.
What are PDFs? Sorry, I'm not.
They're like a file, basically.
No, I know that. Like, is it like the maps?
He's trying to explain a PDF from the.
No, I'm not that old.
Grandpa Jolly Bench over here. Holy.
No, it's they made these PDFs that are like, I think it's like beginner friendly WoW information. We thought I looked at it and I was like, this actually is something that you could share with anybody who's new to WoW in general, and they can catch up pretty quickly. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Cool. We don't have that here. If you can you guys share?
If you want to share. All these graphics that we're sharing around, like basic stuff, pretty much, right? It's I think my whole criticism with it before was that there were a lot of information that could have been different for sure. There were some things that, like, obviously, when it comes to like tonight, I kind of have to like eat my own words, because like whatever game plan that you guys had definitely worked around this time. So different from like that previous week, that we watched that. So but yeah, guys thought they did good. You guys made some adjustments, and I think one of the biggest adjustments that you guys made was so you're telling me before that you fended these guys off, right? And this was before. Yeah, so this was before Nehru was ME. So you tell me, before this, Nehru was an FS?
Yes, I've been an FS since the beginning of WoW.
Holy.
This was my first WoW as ME.
FS for life.
Okay, so who's this? Was this like a collective decision? Was it like Nehru, Tigu, Remix, Ichigo? You guys like kind of like talked about this and like, hey, we're missing a lot of like in the AoE department, and if we're gonna go up against this amount of people, I feel like we need to have like one of our most geared players switch over to be like on the offense. And going to this decision, like, do you guys like look at it and like, oh, do we have enough like FSs to begin with to be able to afford this move? And like, what was the decision making when it came to that?
Yeah, so one of the biggest adjustments we made this week was we kind of switched around our team composition to be more High Wizard and AoE ME Priest heavy. Before, we did kind of build our teams kind of around like who the strongest players would be, which was fine. And but I do think before we were a lot less organized, and we didn't have as strong of a desire to have a common goal as tonight. So tonight we definitely told everyone that there wouldn't be any, kill chasing. We're not here to get big numbers.
Nice.
We're here to
I like to
we're here to all fill our roles, and even if you're a whale, you stay back and you protect who you need to protect until we get this castle.
Nice. Yeah, I mean that's really good to hear, because like I feel like a lot of guilds with like potential that just don't have the organization or just don't have the discipline.
Discipline
is probably the biggest part, because like we have some, like even in Deviling we have some really well out characters that just often fall short because they decide like, hey, I'm gonna go chase this kill. you know, like this number is gonna define who I am, pretty much. It almost feels like that, like a lot of the times when they, like, you know, when you think about it, it's like all they could have done is done what Nehru did, and just, you know, focused on where she's putting down her AoEs, and then all of a sudden, like, boom, 620 kills. That's nuts. And it kind of shows you like with the proper like discipline and team composition. It's like, can you imagine like before today that you know, Nehru not being an ME priest?
0 kills, right? Honestly, I still see some kill chasers, so old habits die hard.
Oh yeah. And like I said, like with the new leadership and like obviously like different steps that you guys are taking forward, the results have shown, right? The results have obviously shown, you know, and it works. Obviously, it works, and it works really well from what it looks like. So, you know, kudos to you guys. You know, just going forward. I'm pretty sure that going forward, like your defense is going to be a lot more set up as well, and yeah, be on the receiving end of an offense of like the top 2, 3, and 4 guilds in your server. That's gotta be something to look forward to. So, you know, hoping to hear from you guys even more, like what adjustments you guys are going to do going forward.
Yeah, thanks so much, Fatty. Yeah, we'll definitely need to. We'll take a couple days off and kind of like celebrate that we achieved our goal. But I think definitely next Sunday we will be prepared for another 150 people. So
nice. Always.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, yeah, like I said, like you guys said, like you guys have now switched to like more adapted to like a more AoE meta, which I'm guessing like because of of how new your leadership is at the moment, that you guys are probably not even done optimizing your lineup. So like as soon as that happens, it's gonna get a lot harder for these other guilds that are trying to get at you guys to actually bust through your defense, because you know, yeah, it's just I like the adjustments that you guys made, and I definitely like the fact that like you guys emphasize a lot on discipline. As long as you have that discipline, as long as like, you know, if eventually when like all your members kind of like observe that same discipline, you guys just become like this iron wall that people just can't break through. So looking forward to that for sure, and definitely looking forward to like the VODs or you know, that you guys have recorded. Would love to see them either probably like next week Sunday.
For sure, yeah, we'll send them over.
Nice. All right. Well, any closing statements as well, and if you guys want, because we can end it here soon. Any closing statements from all the other guilds? I know like Tigo, you guys wanted to clarify something regarding like the issues from before, but I'm not sure. I think you guys have resolved that for the most part already, right? So I'm not sure if there's much to be said about that.
Yeah, I think so. I think for those who actually, you know, were engaged in that issue, they definitely have read through all the posts that were made in the Discord already. So it might be redundant to keep talking about it.
Yeah. And I'm getting messages now that I'm just trying to end it early so I can play Dota. I am not doing it to end Dota. I just don't want to. I don't want to. I'm not trying to end.
Go.
Oh my god! I'm not trying to end the podcast early for Dota. Okay. Oh my god, man!
Fuck us, right? Go.
No. Ginto, again, that's 200 bits.
Let's go.
Not like this.
Dead guild, now Dota guild.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this was fun. Yeah. I'm moving to Ghost Ring to play with my idols at Harmony.
Yes.
Oh,
come join us. I actually have a question for everyone here, because it sounded like there was a lot of adjustment specifically made for people in their roles in War of Imperium. But I feel like in Ghost Ring, it's kind of people are making adjustments based off of dimensions. So I'm curious how other servers, how you see people changing their class or changing their, you know, their strategy. Are they doing it for WoE or are they doing it for dimensions? Because I feel like, yeah, Ghost Ring is mostly doing it for dimensions.
Mm-hmm.
Good point.
I think you got 2 different builds.
Deviling's a dead server. Pen is the WoE guild, so a lot of us just stay in WoE builds. Whatever we run for WoE is what we run for Dimensions. So it's like win or lose, it doesn't, it's like the same. But yeah, we run the same builds, literally. That's why you see people running like ME and stuff. It's because it's not really that great for Dimensions, but they just run it for WoE and they don't want to change builds. So that's what we do. We haven't made any adjustments on our end. We just kind of do the same thing. But our team isn't playing as much anymore because it's getting repetitive. But it's still fun. I mean, we still try to play. The other guilds, I think some of the other teams like Bread, I think they are switching over to more Dimensions. I see a lot more like Synexes and stuff. So maybe yeah, it depends on the guild and what they're focused on, I guess.
That's good.
All right.
There's no tanksmiths yet. I mean, we're behind. Deviling's behind on the tanksmith meta, unfortunately.
Isn't Leftover a tanksmith?
I think he's a DPS.
Oh wow. Someday.
Let's hope for server merge.
What are you guys talking about?
Oh my god. Extra burnt brownies with the burn. Bread focusing on dimension because they can dodge all their loss. Holy.
What?
Okay, who is extra burnt brownies, bro? Why are you a savage?
Yeah, I'm actually loving Dimension. Like, playing with everybody is so fun. And, especially as FS, like, not a lot of people are playing FS still. So it's really fun when the other team doesn't have an FS. Because it's a lot easier to keep your team alive. So it's been really fun. I'm really hoping for a server merge here soon so that it gets a little bit more exciting. But...
Yeah, I feel like I didn't intend it to be, but like the After-WoE Podcast has been really good to kind of like give like a sense of community when it comes to like all the other servers. So by the time we actually end up like having merge servers, everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Easier to organize a lot of stuff.
Then you guys have to be nice to us.
Yeah. I want matches.
You know,
we've never been nice to y'all.
Just talk shit about my damage.
Oh my god, man! Yeah, we're talking a lot of smack right now, but like from what I've seen from Angeling, I mean, 150 people versus like, once we get to end up having to face that, we're gonna be very worried.
It seems like you guys are super active. How's the prices for the cards there for auction? Is it like super high?
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not.
Like it didn't go up. Like ever since Dimension started, it hasn't gone up.
For us,
people don't know what they're doing, but yeah, it just doesn't go up.
Yeah, like for us specifically, like a bunch of Pasana cards are just like reaching like 800Ks to like 1 mil plus, and like fish cards, and so it's just kind of like
the only cards that like go up really high prices in ours are like the high value ones. Like I know Osiris card went for like what 21 mil.
What?
Edgar card. Edgar?
That's crazy.
Oh, not Edgar.
No wonder server sells their MVP card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Orc Lord Orc Hero was like 18, 19 mil, something like that.
What? Why? Oh well. Yeah. But we don't have MVP cards in Ghost Ring. We have people quitting with like an Angeling card and like a Deviling card.
Yeah.
Cool.
In Deviling, I think people like whales will reach out to people who are quitting and be like, hey, I'll pay you $1,000 if you put it up since you're gonna quit anyways. And people do it. No, people do it. It's crazy. So
old school RO1 tactics, man.
Yeah, that's what they do. They like, reach out to people and say, hey, put it up, I'll pay you. And people put it up.
No, not in Ghost Ring. I've tried. Like I've tried a few times, and they said, "Fuck you, I'm quitting."
Ghost Ring, you have a lot of OGs, and
you gotta pay them the right amount, man.
I think that we're all cool with each other. Like we do attack each other and stuff, and sometimes we get shit talked in world chat. But I would think that like Ghost Ring, we know all of us. Like we know each other. I love all of our OGs. So Wilson and Armin have been OGs. Serena, it's so exciting that Serena started out in Demon Cats as the guild lead, and now she's the guild lead of Harmony. That's so exciting.
Shout out.
She's all grown up.
Love it. I just think that's so great. great.
I feel like we could have like a whole biography for Serena, like origins.
We make a movie out of it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no.
Right,
So
origins.
Probably.
Anybody wants to type that up? Just type that up in GoString chat on here, and everybody can read up on the, on the humble beginnings and her and Reign of the Queen.
Serena's been great though. She's really taken it on. Like it's been great. So
yeah,
we're very happy.
You know, props to Serena for that. Props to you too, Vanetti, for like stepping up on the shot calling. It's never the easiest thing.
I'm trying.
But
I'm
you're making it happen. And also props to our friends in Angeling as well. Like I was surprised. I know like the transition in leadership was very recent for you guys in MIC, and looks like hasn't even been like a month. I don't think, right? It hasn't even been a month since like the last time we talked about MIC and how disorganized they were, and all of a sudden like with this new leadership, it's they they're getting 600 something kills off of like a whole guild alliance, and you know just the fact that like you guys were getting pincered is what it is, if I remember that correctly. Like you guys were getting pincered and still managed to take the castle and managed to defend it all the way. It's that's nuts, and that takes like a certain amount of like of significant change for you guys to actually like pull that off. So you know, props to you guys as well. I definitely can't just ignore that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, thanks so much, Fatty. We have a couple of trump cards, but we'll keep them close to our chest for now. Yeah.
Also, Tito actually wants to join the podcast server. Let me just get you the invite here, Tito, and if you guys can join us if you want.
Oh, Tito.
Okay, invite Tito. I sent you the invite. Just go ahead and hop in. If you want to. You know, if there's something that you want to speak onto. And if anybody else has any statements regarding their servers, what they expect, what they want to see, you know, feel free, and you know, the floor is yours. Tito, just hop onto the waiting room and we can pull you in if you want. But yeah, anybody else? Yeah, floor is open. Anything you want to say? Anything you're looking forward to? If not, then we can close it on from here.
What do you use for your hair, Fatty?
Oh god. How many times have I been asked that? Any shampoo with biotin, bro, helps. If you take biotin as a supplement, if you don't get enough of it, that's good too. Hair mask is good as well if you want to maintain like that certain sleek look. I can get you guys the one that I use if that's enough to answer the questions. I mean, hold on, I'll get it. So hold on. It's right here.
Let's go. Anything forecasted for the next WoE? Anybody like?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely attacking Harmony, like straight up. Yes.
Do it.
We wanted to attack guild today, but that was all foiled.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That was fun. Yeah.
The third party came in, and we were just like, "Oh, okay."
Nice.
I promise I wasn't totally sobbing over voice chat. I promise.
Yeah. Also, it's just to answer that question, chat. It's this is what I mean by like a hair mask Cosmore. You could probably get it from like Amazon if you want. There you go. Does that answer the question? I've gotten this question all night, and it's called a hair mask. You basically you take a shower, you put it on. You can either have it stay overnight, or you can wash it off after 5 minutes. Whichever you want, and that helps a lot. But yeah. All right, that's just that question. Also, we have Reader from Zenith here. Reader.
Hey, what's up, Reader?
I just saw Reader pop up.
Just wanted to congratulate MIC. That was really well fought.
Reader.
Hey, cool. Thanks.
Nice.
Oh yeah, no, it was really that was actually a really fun WoE.
Yeah, and like I said, right, it's like the good thing about it is like I'm sure you guys have hashed it out, whether like in public, well not public, well like in the podcast Discord or in private. But yeah, like going forward, right? It's all about just having a fun WoW. I know that there was like some bad blood before, and you know there might have been complete resolution or like partial resolution for that. But I feel like if you guys just like water under the bridge, you know, just have like the concerned individuals themselves like kind of like cash it out in private. You know, apologies if apologies need to be said or what have you. Because at the end of the day, we play this game to have fun. We have this community, so we can actually have fun, be part of a community that's a lot more on the positive end. And yeah, if you can just keep that going, I feel like Angeling definitely. If you guys have a WoW like you did today, that's a fun WoW. Like I'd go guest guest WoW get to Angeling.
Yeah. I mean,
catch up with everyone.
playing now, but that got me fired up. So.
Oh, yeah. It's a. Oh wait, so Reader, since it's
looking forward
coming from like your perspective from the other side, right? It's like how was MIC today compared to like before? Because I know like before with like the videos and screenshots that you showed me before, they were you know, they had this type of disorganization on their end, and that's what supported your statements before. But this time around, they managed to take a castle, defend it, and managed to frag out. It's like how is this MIC compared to before, in your opinion?
I mean, honestly, what surprised me was like Nairu. Nairu was so fucking OP, man. Like, what the hell? He was like wiping our stack when we were trying to push into wind tunnel. And honestly, the most impressive part was like their defense, because their defense of like the wind tunnel was like really disciplined. They had their priests all the way in the back, so we couldn't reach them. And then obviously every time we killed their friend, they would just like res them back, and then it was like hard to push through that wind tunnel. So that was some good adjustments for sure. And I think it was also good targeting. For I don't know how much coordinated with Aether, if you guys coordinated with Aether at all, and like them attacking Synergy, but that was also really good because obviously Synergy couldn't join the defense, and it was mostly like Zenith and Kaizoku defending against MIC and their allies. So I thought that they definitely had a better plan, and it was really close. Like it was like down to like 30 seconds. It was like my jaw dropped when you guys got the castle. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was really close. And then with
it was like.
Sorry, you're cutting out. Is that just for me?
It's up for me too.
Just
say it again, Reader.
Sorry, Tigu, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Reader. You cut off. You cut off.
Okay,
so
I'm
we're
sorry.
waiting for you to get back.
No, I was gonna say like go ahead. Oh, I was gonna say like go ahead, Tigu, because I think I cut her off.
Oh no,
okay.
She was just asking what you were saying. You cut off.
I think I heard a little bit about Reader wondering what the plan was between MIC and Aether. So this week, for those of you on other servers, Aether attacked one of the castles in the Three Guild Alliance, and that was actually pretty beneficial for us because it meant that they couldn't join in on the defense right away. And I wouldn't say that we were in an alliance with Aether, but I did reach out to the GM previously, and we came to an agreement not to attack the castle that's being held by the smaller guilds. So that was the agreement between us. And I think the thinking on that was just, you know, they could go and get the smaller guild's castle, but then we would have to go back and defend them, and then it would just be like 5 guilds fighting for the same castle when there are these other 3 guilds who are, you know, just sitting in their castles. So I think it was just mutually agreed upon that it would be just a good long-term strategy for both of us.
Yeah, I feel like that's healthy.
Yeah.
And that's something that we discussed earlier too, right? Just like leave that one castle for like the smaller guilds to take. And I think that that's definitely healthy.
No, yeah, that would make sense because from Aether again anyway with that whole problem. Yeah.
Yep. All right. So from Reader's perspective, definitely the switch to ME for Nehru was huge. Definitely a difference maker. You know, with that amount of kills with while maintaining like a disciplined game or play style. And as well as, like you said, the positioning of the full supports in the back line, definitely huge as well. They made it really hard for them to get to them, and as soon as you get to them, like they're on top of like a sanctuary and like some safety walls and probably some pneumas depending on what they had, and then it just makes it really hard for them to get killed in that manner. So yeah, like I said, yeah, on the perspective from the other side, it's MICyyds made some really, really good adjustments that made the difference this time around.
Yeah. And I think that was like I think everyone was like really fired up after that. Well, so that was like good for us because I think we're like getting complacent, and it was a good wake up call for our side too. So
yeah, competition
is always good, I think.
Yeah, and yeah, like I said, they managed to bring it today, and I'm expecting next Sunday is going to be really intense. They're gonna, I'm not sure if if MIC has made like all the adjustments they've had to make. I'm not sure if they, if they were given like more time to set up their defenses instead of rushing from the Emp Room to the first floor. If they definitely could have had a more solid like foothold. There's a lot more adjustments I feel like that they could make, and that's what this podcast is for. It's like if they want to come forward and try to review that with like me or anybody else in this server, they can like put in their input. It would be really good. It would be really fun to see, what they have in store for next week.
Yeah, for sure. We will. Yeah, I will definitely take you up on that.
All right. Sounds good. All right. So with that said, if anybody else has anything to say, we can go ahead and close it off from here, and hopefully somebody else is streaming so we can raid them.
Yeah. Actually, I have a question. If obviously Tigu doesn't have to answer, or another, but did you guys go through 9 to break that Emp?
What is 9?
Oh, you
9
mean
and out on inner?
9 in the second floor, right? The one that leads you to the side.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean, Reader? Sorry, you cut off.
No, yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay, yeah, sorry. You were like disconnecting a little there. You were roboting.
Let me look at a map.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. Remix were probably like the better person to ask for this one because he's their shot caller. But yeah, 9 is basically the pathway that you take from the second floor, so you end up on the right side of the Emp Room.
Oh, okay. You know what? I will have to look into that, and then I'll get back to you. Okay.
Yeah. So your shot caller is Remix. Yeah. If Remix can hop on here, I'm not sure if he's actually online still, but oh, Blankets is here. Blankets. Hey, Blankets.
Blankets here.
Blankets from MIC. Oh, let me just give you the. Roll there. There you go. Blankets.
Hey, my bad. I just had to
there you go.
Pause your stream. Could hear everything twice.
All right.
But yeah, we definitely it was not working going through just like the central area, so we did decide to cut back a little bit and then push through 7, 8, and then push through up to 7 and then go through 9 and kind of sneak around, and that's how we initially got to the Emperor the first time, and then it didn't work. We got all the way there, but we had to respawn and push back.
Nice. Yeah, and that's a really good plan. I feel like if you go through 9, you essentially remove the risk of like having to go through 8, having to go through 8, and then like respawns coming in from behind. Like you end up getting pincered a lot easier. It's a good strat to change it up, kind of like keep them on their toes.
Yeah, and just with that, because we were defending 8 because we didn't even consider 9 as an entry point, so that was like our shortcoming. That was good.
Thank you.
Yep. So yeah, nice last minute adjustment from MIC. But yeah, good to hear, good to see. And Devout says that he is now uploading the video, so we'll have that for next week. We'll have that for review. We can go
watch it
look
right
at
now.
that. That's gonna be a very. I feel like that's gonna be a really exciting VOD to watch because just hearing all this go down, it sounds a lot really exciting. Just to see it firsthand as well is gonna be even better. So yeah, thanks for recording that. Hopefully we can have that for next week as well. And we'll take down notes within the week to see like what they did right, like certain pros that they did. Yeah, looking forward to it. With that said, though, anybody else?
It's not. Thanks, everyone. Yeah. It was nice talking to you again. It's been a while.
Yeah, no, don't be like. It's been a while. For partially to my fault. I got.
No, not your fault. It's been holidays. It's been
COVID. It's been. I've caught COVID. Got better. Somebody from work made me catch it again. How dare you? And yeah, it's been rough. That's it. Yeah, I was just like, you know what? I could do the podcast, but I highly doubt anybody would just like want to hear me cough for like the whole thing, right? So it's yeah. Looking forward to next week. A lot of like really good woes. I might guest woe in like the other servers. And kind of like have fun with like all the action that you guys are getting. But yeah. With that said, though, everybody have a good night. And if you have any questions, go ahead. Feel free to ask them tonight or next week or within the week. You can always DM me. And yeah, GG's.
Yeah, if anybody in chat wants to join like the real After-WoE podcast, we'll link y'all up. So much juice and drama and fun in there.
Oh man!
Awesome! Thanks for having us.
All right,
have fun
guys.
playing Dota.
GG. Okay, no, not like this.
Also, one more last yay for Serena. So happy she's the only female guild leader on our server. So, girl power.
So,
yay, girl power.
So this has been a trend then, right? Because
not the only. I will say one of the only top guild leaders. Yeah. I don't know all of the guilds.
So this is like a trend, right, Vanetti? Because like Ghostring has Serena, and then obviously Angeling now with Tigu taking the helm has obviously based on results, and this is results based. This is not an opinion. This is results based. Has made some significant changes that just made their whole lineup perform incredibly well. These like so girl power for sure, 100%.
How exciting!
Angeling and Ghostring. And I've heard
now we just need to start OnlyFans.
I heard in
I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
In Deviling is the same. Deviling is the same. We have Panda's guild leader Honey Boy. Stepping up to
Honey
the plate.
Boy led it today. She led it today too.
Honey Boy is a girl?
Yeah, Honey Boy is
GLHV.
GLHV.
Well, yay! That's so exciting. That's great, honestly.
But yeah, just like seeing like I feel like we've come a long way then, right? Like compared to before, like you could never imagine just like having a female guild leader without a lot of like criticism. But now like you can see like not necessarily like the top guilds in each server now has that, and I feel like that's amazing, and I'm glad we could celebrate that here tonight.
Maybe men just like being told what to do.
Yeah, that is true. Just I really love getting shot called, bro.
Yes, lead queens.
Yeah, but yeah. With that said, I'm glad we could end it in a very positive note like that, because that's definitely something that's like really good to point out, Vanetti. Like props to you on that one. But yeah, damn.
Well, awesome. Thanks, guys.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Hey,
night.
Thank you so much. Bye.
All right.
Good night.
Take care.
Yeah. Have fun at Dimensions. We'll see y'all next week.
Oh
Peace.
man. All right, guys.
Thanks, buddy.
No problem. And speaking of which, nobody's streaming RO. Stash, you want to stream again?
Dude, I'm like so out of it right now, man. Bro. You single-handedly handled this.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, yeah, you tired from a good time, you know. It's better than
Dollar doesn't know I'm a tanksmith. Fuck.
Oh man, you just need to present yourself in there, bro. You know, you just have to really.
I'm just doing too much damage. He thinks I'm DPS. Is that what it is?
That's a compliment. That's a compliment. Obviously, that's a compliment. 100%.
Yeah,
He doesn't even realize. I have like 50 strength at max. That's all I have.
Oh man. So with that said, we don't really have anybody to raid right now. It's like, should we? There's nobody streaming RO Origin. Like, what should any other Gravity game that we're gonna try to raid at least? Anybody got any suggestions?
Ooh.
We could just go. Oh Jesus.
Oh,
That was really good, actually.
Oh man, this was a great stream, bro. Today, everybody was waiting for.
Yeah, just everybody. I feel like I'm liking the whole step up that every server is like going through right now, because I feel like, you know, just like all these other communities that used to have beef and now just like trying to have a good time, trying to have fun. I feel like it's really good for the overall health of the game. I know like we're not in the best state that we would like to be in right now, but you know, glad that, like, you know, other servers can definitely make it happen.
Yeah, today's WoE was pretty interesting. We split up into two groups and we actually defended Legends for getting a castle.
Legends got a castle. Nice. Yeah, Legends has that trapper sniper on their guild that like will chunk the living shit out of you. We went up against them in Veins and they just really you know, performed. Let's see. I'm looking for somebody who has like not as many viewers, but I know that has been streaming for a while. Cali Knight, playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
COD.
Okay, I mean, we can do that. Cali Knight, just show the man some love. I remember Cali Knight from when we used to hardcore play Bless Online before it came out at NA and like just self-destruct. We made a lot of content for that game, and then it's raid Sasha Grey. Hold on.
Oh yeah, the raid Sasha Grey.
No man, holy fuck it, let's go.
Oh, so good.
We don't have anybody else to raid, and VV Licio decided to. Oh my god! All right, with that said, we're gonna raid